in a frantic dance, tracing circles on a map of hollow ink. I stepped outside to find a certain stance, but every sidewalk leads me to the brink of questions that are buried in the clay, where the roots of yesterday begin to fray. There is a fog that leans against the gate, neither cold nor warm, just a heavy shade. I asked the stone to help me carry weight, but the stone just watched the light begin to fade. Now moving forward feels like standing still, climbing up a ghost of a jagged hill. Oh, the road is a tangled knot of wire, and the stars are just holes in a velvet sheet. I am walking through the smoke without a fire, with the dust of every doubt beneath my feet. The signs are blank and the wind has lost its tongue, searching for a chorus that was never sung. I saw a man who claimed he knew the way. He had a ledger filled with borrowed names. He traded hours for a bucket of gray, and played a dozen quiet losing guns. I turned my collar up against his gaze, lost within the shifting of the autumn haze. The clock is ticking like a wooden heart, measuring the space between my lung and bone. I try to tear the heavy mist apart, but I'd only find the silence of my own, a puzzle with a piece that won't belong, a singer who has tripped upon the song. Oh, the road is a tangled knot of wire, and the stars are just holes in a velvet sheet. I am walking through the smoke without a fire, with the dust of every doubt beneath my feet. The signs are blank and the wind has lost its tongue, searching for a chorus that was never sung. Oh, the road is a tangled knot of wire, and the stars are just holes in a velvet sheet. I am walking through the smoke without a fire, with the dust of every doubt beneath my feet. The signs are blank and the wind has lost its tongue, searching for a chorus that was never sung. The dust has settled on the porch swing, where the wood has turned to bone. I recall the way the hinges used to sing before the seeds of distance had been sown. The gravel path is worn down to the slate, and the maples cast a long and crooked shade. I stood a lifetime leaning on the gate, counting every debt that time has paid. Now the circle closes in the yard, through the hunger and the winter in the rain. The road back home was jagged and was hard, but the ghost of leaving finally slain. We are gathered where the river meets the clay, with the harvest moon hanging like a crown. All the years that drifted far away are settling slowly like the thistles. book I used to know, though the ink has faded on the page. There's a fire that the wind can never blow, locked inside this narrow wooden cage. No more wandering through the hollow light, no more sleeping on a bed of frozen stone. The stars are stitching up the ragged night, and marrow is returning to the bone. Now the circle closes in the yard, through the hunger and the winter and the rain. The road back home was jagged and was hard, but the ghost of Leland finally is slain. We are gathered where the river meets the clay, with the harvest moon hanging